Hey, how are ya?
I'm very well, thank you.
What's your name?
People know me as a musician as Mama D. Call me D. I'm DM LaFortune Brown.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from downtown Toronto, born and raised.
Okay, what brings you to the All My Sisters conference?
Somebody sent me information about it, and I was really interested, and I emailed them, and they said come, and I said I have no money, and they said don't worry about it, so I came.
How do you feel about it so far?
I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for a group of grassroots people to come together. I have a little trouble with some of the. I've one workshop that so far was sort of academics talking about. I was expecting to hear stories from real women.
Yeah.
And I was hearing how academics had done. We're doing research on research on research, and it's like my last academic paper was called "Why We Need a Royal Commission and Why We Don't Need Another Bleeding Royal Commission." So it's out there.
Yeah.
But I think when, in some cases, like the homelessness, the Homes First project, I think it's significant that it's being done because it was mandated that the research be done by a conservative government. Therefore, they have no excuse for not believing it. And I think that that's significant.
Okay, that's great. What are you hoping comes out of this conference? There's a little word on the street about a grassroots national movement.
I think that that's what I'm looking forward to, is that there is a grassroots movement, and it involves healing and a commitment to, and it's really important from the youth, getting in contact with a lot of the youth that are committed to nonviolence and movement building with nonviolence, because they're always going to have more power than us with arms and guns and that, so we have to have more people, so we have to build a movement, and we can't build a movement if people are going to be afraid to come out because people are planning to be violent, and it's a real problem for me. So
that's great. Yeah, I have to concur. Any final words?
Yes, I think it's really important that we work in this grassroots movement, and I've spoken to a couple of people who have presented so far, that we work to get a movement going with the psychiatrists that are on side, the psychologists that are on side, to push that psychotherapy is covered by OHIP.
Okay.
Because there are so many people that present as being mentally ill when what they're dealing with is emotional trauma and spiritual wounds and shame wounds. And if you want, we can heal from those things. It's not like our brains are built differently, although in some cases the trauma has been so bad that our highways, our little pathways of adaptation have turned into highways, because people maladapt really easily to survive, and I think that's important. And I wanted to just say that I do workshops called Decolonizing the Heart, and it goes to the roots of our own wounds, the shame wounds that we inherit from our parents, who get it from their grandparents, from their grandparents, and that if we can, part of the healing is to learn to understand our ancestors and parents and that, and what we've inherited, that they're human beings that have experienced oppression, and to learn to love and see them as just people with warts that are just, sinners, and love the sinner, hate the sin.
Right. Are these workshops available in Toronto?
Yeah, I do them in Toronto, and I get it out. They're called Decolonizing the Heart, and there's very different.
Decolonizing the Heart.
Decolonizing the Heart, and it's about learning the sources of our rage and being able to use anger constructively, because rage controls you, but you can control anger, and rage is the opposite side, flip side of the grief coin, of the grief coin, and if you don't process your grief, it comes out as rage. However, once you've done enough of that work and something frustrates you, you can get creative with it. It just doesn't, the cork doesn't pop and it comes out as alienating yourself from people because it's rage. And instead it's like creative, and it's joyful, and
So do you have a contact, or could they reach you through Peacock Poverty if somebody was interested in taking these workshops? Or
Yeah. Here, I'll put my card in front of your camera.
Let's see. Hopefully they can see that. Otherwise they can reach me here and I'll pass it on. How's that?
That's good.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mama D.
My pleasure, Cheryl.